Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing. If you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hello. Throw it to the co-host. Hi. Hope everybody's doing well today. Seriously, happy. Nobody's got a unibrow. I don't. I'm smoking a joint though. I hope everybody's doing good. It is my Friday night, but most of your Sunday nights, and so I understand that a lot of you have to go back to work tomorrow after your weekend, and you also have to come to terms with your addiction of watching court. And so I have decided that we will put them together and watch court for Sunday Court Watchers Anonymous meeting. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? John, I saw that. You have a very, very busy streaming schedule. I love it. And Colin is live too. I did see that. I hope that everybody's doing well. Like many of you know, I love watching court, and last night we watched some amazing court that I actually am gonna have to re-look at, because that hearing from last night was insane. Insane. Naybell, how are you? How is Baby Bell? Tonight I'm not sure that it's gonna be the same. Erica, lovely to see you. And if you're here in the future, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell us how you're doing. Yeah, yesterday was insane. I was telling somebody about it today, and I sounded like a mad person, and that's what these meetings are about. When in your life, if you've ever told somebody about a court hearing that you watched either here or at Collins or at Mikey's with Credence and Mikey, you know what I mean? That would have been a long time ago, but still. If you've ever talked about that with a friend and that friend gave you a blank stare, they went, huh? Then this is the place for you, because we love court and we watch it all the time. Casey Carey's here. Brooklyn, I know. But actually, I thought it was like as close to TV court as you're going to get. It really was. We're going to slow things down a little bit tonight with some, let's just hit the button. I'm going to travel by flu powder, remember. Oh, here I am. Now, where did it go? Where did it go? We're gonna start with a little bit of this one, a little bit of this. It's sort of like how I cook. We're gonna start with a little bit of this. We're gonna add a little bit of that. Oh,
I don't have any.
hold on. Also, I just want to point out, Judge comes in here smiling so much. I love it. It's like he's pulling off a con, allegedly, in my opinion. He's not. But it's like he's getting away with something sinister. Watch when he comes in. Here he comes. All rise.
County District Court is now in session. Judge Meyer presiding.
You can be seated. There's more.
Good morning, Your Honor.
So I see Mr. Saint Germain is here, and then I had this yesterday, which I knew this was gonna be on this calendar, so I'll sign it, but then the date was left blank, which is what I was gonna ask you. Do you have a preference as to when this is gonna be reset to?
I don't think I have a preference at this time. There's a signed waiver of speedy trial that I did on Mr. St. Germain's behalf as well after we talked yesterday. That I actually
What's the
set it-
expiration date?
I set it to commence at the current on its speedy, so it expires February 5th of 2025. So I think anytime end of January would
All
work
right.
for us at this point.
We'll set trial dates on January 28th and 29th, and then we can do confirmation on January 16th.
That works for me if it works for Mr. St. Germain. I imagine it works for the state.
I don't have any notes that it doesn't work for us. So at this point, that should be fine.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Saint Germain, have you been getting text reminders of court dates?
I haven't got anything in the mail for a while, but due to health issues, I wasn't at my mailbox for over a month. So,
No,
but
I'm asking about a
get it.
text.
And I got a text.
You did or did not?
That's a positive yes, Roger. I got a text.
Perfect, great. Thank you.
Yep.
And you did or did not?
That's a positive yes, Roger. I got a text.
Positive, yes, Roger, he got a text. 6, very little. You've missed very little. Actually, this is like an aperitif, a little appetizer. We all rose, we sat back down. We're listening to Mr. Saint Germain sass the judge a little bit with his politeness or his, thoroughness. And then we're gonna watch something else.
Perfect, great. Thank you.
Yep.
And that's it for today. Maintain contact with your attorney.
He always does, Your Honor. All right. I'll talk to
You may go.
You may go.
Yeah.
And what other case you have ready is fine.
I have a few, Your Honor. So number 4 on the 8:30, Mr. Kolowitz, he was on Zoom. We spoke. I'm waiving his appearance under 3.4, but I believe that the state has a motion based on his relicensing status.
That's correct. We pulled the case number.
So is the state moving to dismiss both charges?
Correct. Cause number ending 5604, state's moving dismissed without prejudice. License as of last month.
Okay. Give me a second. Go ahead, Ms. Moore. You can call your next case.
Your Honor, number 5 on the 8:30, Mr. McDrummond. I'm also asking the court to waive his appearance under Rule 3.4. I spoke with him yesterday. My understanding is that the state will be moving to continue on the record because this is a very quick turnaround, Friday to Monday trial setting, and Mr. Lindgren will be unavailable, although I guess I could have waited for you to make that record.
No, that's fine. I did file a motion to continue, a written motion to continue
it is,
on
yeah.
DPA Lindgren's behalf yesterday. This is set for confirmation today and trial dates Monday, Tuesday. DPA Lindgren is on vacation. He'll be back in the office on Tuesday. Frankly, I think this one just slipped past all of us because it's such a quick turnaround. So state would be asking to continue.
And defense is sort of objecting on principle, Your Honor, in that there was very late notice of this motion, but given the age of the case, I am not anticipating that the court's going to deny that.
Okay, how far out do you want it?
I would want it set no more than 6 weeks if we can, Your Honor.
And that's fine with us. I think this is the first trial setting.
It is.
Okay, let's watch a small claims thing after they sort this out. But here's the thing. The joint that I'm smoking is dipped in distillate and then rolled in
Trial
syrup.
on
It's quite decadent.
November
My Friday
19th and
night.
20th. Confirmation on November 7th.
That works for me, Your Honor. Thank you.
But that means it smokes really fast. That's why I'm
Go
like,
ahead.
You want to call Mr. Reeves or?
We're gonna have to reset that, so if you.
Okay. If I could call Mr. Michelson, Your Honor, number 4 on the 9 a.m. He is present on Zoom, I believe.
oh my. You didn't hear me? Brooklyn, it's dipped in distillate and then rolled in keef. And it's weed. And it's delicious. Anyways, it's time to stop watching this anyways. We're going off to small claims court, and guess what? There's a translator. Sorry, not sorry.
Everybody, please raise your right hands.
That's right, you too.
每个人请把右手举起来。
You swear that testimony in this case will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
你是否宣誓你在此案中要说的话都是真话，毫无虚言？是否宣誓？
是的。
Yes。
You may be seated.
好，请坐。
Ms. Han, are you the owner of the property?
是的。
Yes.
And Ms. Swales and Mr. Barfoot were tenants of yours?
那 Wales 先生和他的夫人是你的租客吗？
是的。
Yes.
And you indicate that they owe you rent?
你表示他们欠下你的房租？
是的。
Yes.
And were they on a lease or month to month?
他们是有这个合同的吗？还是一个月一个月的交？
1年合同完了之后是每个月合同。
After the 1-year contract was over, it was on a monthly basis.
Month by month.
And how much rent do they owe you?
他们欠你的房租是多少？
是8856减去1500的律师费，是7000多吧。
$8,856, which includes $1,500 of attorney fees.
Here. So the rent they owe you is actually $7,356. Is that correct?
也就是说，他们所欠下的房租费是7356块，对吗？
是的，还有一些late 费没有算里面，还有一些迟交费，按照合约，他迟9天没有交房租，这些都没有算在里边。
That's right. And the late fee was not included in it because when they pay the rent late, so you should have incurred late fee, which is not included in that amount.
And the $7,356 owed is for what months?
那7356块所欠的是哪几个月的租金
？2025年的2月、3月、4月和5月。
For February, March, April, and May of 2025.
So the last time you received payment from them was for the month of January?
那你最近一次所收到他们的房租是2025年1月份的房租吗？
是我1月9号收到的他们1月份的房租。
Yes, I received the January payment on January the 9th.
And what is the monthly payment?
那每个月的租金是多少
？1870。
$1,870.
Thank you. And are they residing at the property?
那现在他们还住在这个房子里吗？
没有，我们通过法律，他们已经在警察去的前一天搬走了，就是 sheriff， 就是警察第2天会去搬家，但是前一天他们搬走了。
No, they left that property after we requested to vacate and we went through the court. Before the day before the sheriff arrived at the property to vacate them, they left.
Okay, so they were evicted?
那他们是被迫离开的吗？
是法庭判的，他们同意这天搬走的。我们去了一次法庭，他同意这一天搬走。就是在警察去的前一天，他同意搬走，他们同意搬走。
It was through a court order, so they agreed to move out on that day. So they moved out the day before the police went.
Okay, so the attorney's fees that you're asking for are the fees that you incurred during the eviction process.
那你所要求的律师费是在你们要求他搬离这个房子的时候律师所产生的费用吗？
Is that correct?
你再说一遍。
Can that be repeated, please?
The attorney's fees that you are asking for are the fees that you incurred from an attorney during the eviction process. Is that correct?
你所要求的律师费是在你使用律师要求他们搬出这个房子的这个过程中所产生的费用，对吗？
是的。
Yes.
Thank you. And when did Ms. Swales and Mr. Barfoot actually leave the property?
那 Wells 先生和 Buffett 女士他们是什么时候离开这个房子的
？5月20号。在2020年的5月20号。
On May 20th, 2025.
Thank you. Okay, either Ms. Swales or Mr. Barfoot. Let's just have one of you do the primary talking.
That'd be me.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
Mr.
do.
Barfoot, go ahead.
I live in an area where there's a lot of Asian people on the west coast on Vancouver Island. So I don't know. Now I'm hungry. You guys in the chat putting all your orders in.
So let me I'll do the same thing. I'll just ask you questions.
Sure.
Do you acknowledge owing rent for the months February through May?
I acknowledge that those months were not paid, yes.
Your Honor, do you wish the interpreter to interpret this part?
Yes, please.
你是否承认你欠原告2月份到5月份的租金？
And those months were not paid because?
Because of several reasons.
And remember, we have an interpreter, so you don't go too fast.
I'm trying to get that figured out.
那这些
not paid.
这月份的租金没有支付，为什么？
Go ahead, give me some reasons.
Okay, we had, our lease was up September 1st, 25.
我们的
Or
租金是
24. So we started, 24, I'm sorry. And we got a new contract for a month to month on August 14th, which said that our rent went from $16.90 to $18.10. And we were to pay $18.90 or $18.10 on September 1st, which we paid. October, we paid $18.10. We did not get proper 60-day rent increase notice. We had a problem with the faucet. We had a problem with the dishwasher simultaneously. Well, several times with the sink and all that, or the faucet in the kitchen. Anyway, the dishwasher didn't work, just the bottom part worked. And anyway, so,
okay.
Yeah, this is not easy.
我们这个合同是2024年9月1号到期的，然后在这之后呢是按照一个月的来算。租金呢是后来从1690上升到了1810块，是从9月1号开始的。在10月份我们支付了这个租金。他们本来应该给我们60天通知的，但是没有， 这个房子里有很多问题，水龙头出现问题，洗碗机有问题，只能下部分的工作，还有水池有问题。
In response to the things that weren't working, what did you do as far as providing notice to Ms. Han?
那
Oh,
对
the
于
notice was,
坏了的设备，你是做了什么了来通知韩女士？
Right.
the notice was immediate. The sink I kept trying to do myself. I kept unclogging it or the faucet, the line, and come to find out, it was supposedly the hot water tank that was causing this. It just needed to be serviced or something. Anyway, so then the dishwasher went out.
Okay.
All right. Boy, this is gonna take a while.
那个洗碗机呢，我是马上通知他的。水池子呢，我是自己试图去把它解决，看这个水龙头怎么出现什么问题，然后发现是由于这个热水器而导致的问题。
And how did you provide Ms. Han notice of the issues you were struggling with?
I called,
出现这些问题，你是怎么通知韩女士的？
Okay, go ahead.
I called either Paul Fellman or text Paul Fellman, which is a gentleman. Stands.
我打电话给这位先生叫 Paul 的。
And was he designated by Ms. Han to be the property manager?
That is correct.
他是韩女士所指定的物业管理人员吗？是的。
And did you ever submit anything in writing? And
No.
I don't mean
Well,
text.
No, you don't mean text. No.
没有。你是否提交过任何书面的材料？就除了短信之外的，没有。回答是没有。
我现在可以回答这些问题吗？
Your Honor, may I answer these questions now?
I'm going to come back to you when I finish with Mr. Barfoot.
你稍等，等我问完巴士的女士之后，再会回到你这里。
So as I understand it, Mr. Barfoot, you withheld rent for 4 months based on, from your position, the non-responsiveness of Ms. Han.
No, there's substantial amount more. And I didn't know how to submit everything, so you could have proofread this beforehand. I would have done it. I did not know. Discovery, yeah, is that what you said? Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay.
That was supposed to be done.
Okay.
Is that something we should do?
Hold on.
Okay.
我是不知道需要递交这些东西的。那法官问的问题是你是不是因为这个，所以你就要滞留了4个月的租金，而且不做出回应呢？不是的，我是不知道要递交这些东西的。
Okay, you've alluded to the fact that you didn't pay rent for 4 months because of some issues with the sink, with the refrigerator.
No.
Are there other major issues?
Yeah, because and they,
Okay, just tell me what it is in like 5 words.
你其中呢有这几个月房租你不交，
when they put the new dishwasher, when she went to buy a new dishwasher, she raised our rent another $60 with 7-day notice.
你是说，请你说一下问题，是因为水池子不好，冰箱还有什么其他大的问题吗？所以你不愿意交这个房租？回答是因为他要把这个房租增加60块钱。
So,
他说谎了。
okay, Ms. Han, you'll wait.
请稍等，韩女士，等你。
So I'm hearing you say that as a protest to what you believe was an inappropriate rent hike of $60 a month, you stopped paying rent.
那么
And within 3 weeks,
我的理解是，作为对这个房租每个月增加60块钱的抗议，你就是没有交这个房租，是吗？
within 3 weeks of the 24th, I believe it was, got papers delivered by Paul Fellman on the 20th of November for an end of tenancy. So within 3 months, we got a rent raised twice. We got an end of tenancy. And that was because the dryer broke. And I said something about the dryer. Never got fixed, never got replaced. We bought our own. That was fine. When we moved out, we put it back in.
是在11月1号的时候，他们Paul 来联系我，告诉我这个房租增加了这个文件，同时呢告诉我们要搬出这个房子。在这个之前的3个月之内呢，房租增加了2次，同时这个烘干机坏了不工作，他们什么都不做，所以我们自己买了自己的烘干机。
The Edom tenancy was 20-day leave. And they gave us until December 31st, which is New Year's Eve. We were supposed to be out starting on the 10th. And I started reading some law stuff, and it was for the.
I gotta interject. Did he just say I started reading some law stuff? This is in fact a Court Watchers Anonymous meeting, which means, do you like watching court? Do you learn law stuff every once in a while? Well, you're in the right place. By the way, this is he's so frustrated, and I know generally we don't watch interpreter cases, but I thought we could all feel like I do whenever we watch a fucking Spanish one, and I feel so terrible that I don't remember a thing from high school Spanish.
And of tenancy, because she intended to sell, they were required to give us 90 days notice.
Okay,
So
stop it.
他只给了我们20天的时间要搬出去，这是在就是12月31号那一天，就是新年的前一天通知我们的，因为他们想把这个房子卖出去。我查看了一些法律，他们这个通知的时间是太短了。
Plus, I'm still deciding
Okay,
on
so
dinner.
explain to me why you're in the place until May of 2025 when you thought you were leaving in December of 2024.
because then we
Okay,
got,
let that be
okay,
clear.
sorry.
请你向我解释一下，你被告知要在12月31号离开，那你为什么到5月份才离开呢？
So I'll just remind you, imagine this is taking place in a courtroom in China.
Right.
You would want to make sure everything you said has been properly
get it.
translated.
I get it.
所以
Okay.
你想象一下，如果这个法庭是在中国审理，你听不懂中文，你是不是会希望每一句话呢都被翻译成英文给你听？
Speaking with counsel that I finally got, I don't know if you're aware, but for a tenant that actually pays rent that has not had an eviction notice, to find an attorney is impossible. Anyway, for the renter. Anyway, so I did talk to a couple of different people that were actually volunteered some information, and they said you have the complete right to get the proper notification of 90 days, and you can stay within that time of that 90 days.
要找到律师的建议很难，特别是对于租客没有得到要求被逐出房子通知的租客，要找到律师的帮忙很难。我试了很多次，然后呢，我确实有问了1-2个人，他们给我提供了一些建议。他们说这个必须要有90天的通知，但在90天之内呢是不可以来让人搬出的。
So to be clear, you had complained about, I believe, the dishwasher, and Ms. Han eventually replaced that dishwasher. And is that what she raised the rent for? Or was that a refrigerator?
What she was doing, she was nickel and diming us for everything.
Just
Oh, I'm
answer my
sorry.
questions.
Yes, more or less, but I mean, we were fine with them, you know, raising rent and everything like that. We didn't like it, but we're good tenants, kept up the place. And so we just kind of went with it. Okay, you want us to pay the extra? Okay, we paid on the 5th. You say that we're due 50, so we owe you $200 because we paid on the 5th. You know, we did things like that. Yes, there is a day that we paid on the 9th.
那么法官问的问题是你提到这个洗碗机坏了，那么你联系了韩女士，她提出了租金要加60块钱，你接受了是吗？回答是的，我虽然不喜欢这个建议，但是我接受了，他要按照他的要求去做了，我做到了。
Shoot, now I lost my train of thought. Yes, we did pay the 9th in January. We did pay the 9th and did not pay a late fee on that one. there was in June 26th, I get a call from Paul Feldman asking me.
Thanks, Lizette. Yes, Jack in the Box talk goes on the agenda if I ever go where they are. I look it up whenever I'm out of my country. I look it up. Also, if you're just getting here, this is a landlord-tenant case, I guess, or it's actually a civil small claims case where the landlord is suing the tenants for like $8,000. And the landlord is the one that needs the translator, and she is at the other table, and you don't see her very much. Now you're caught up. And he seems to have stopped paying rent for like a little thing, and I don't think you can do that. If you do that, I think you have to hold it in escrow.
If I can pay rent early because Han's in China, she needs money. I said, sure, but it won't be today. He said, can you do it today? I said, no. I said, but I can do it tomorrow. I said, I should be able to get to the bank before 5 o'clock. So and he says, well, she wants cash. Can you bring cash over? And I said, sure. He says, because I have to wire transfer the money and blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, that's fine. I'll get you cash. So, and that was on the 26th, and I paid the 27th receipt of it. That's handwritten by Paul Feldman. Anyway, so I guess what was so bad was with getting that 20-day on November 20th being out by what the end of tenancy, and then the whole month of December, they're burning up our phones, calling. Okay.
在1月9号我支付了那一笔房租，但是是没有迟交费的。在6月26号的时候，他们问我是不是可以早一点付，因为韩在中国需要花钱。我说我今天不可以，明天可以吗？因为明天我可以在下午5点钟之前去银行。那么 Paul 说呢，你能不能用这个现金支付？因为他需要现金，然后我现金之后呢，我会汇给他，然后在26号汇的这个。在11月20号收到这个要搬出的通知，给了我们是20天的时间，然后在12月份的时候就不停的收到他们的电话。
Okay, so I'm going to try to focus this.
Okay.
So, Mr. Barfoot, Ms. Han indicates that she had started an eviction process, but is eventually in that process, you agreed to voluntarily depart before you were evicted.
Right.
And that you also agree that you haven't paid rent for the months February through May.
Right.
And your theory as to not owing rent.
I'm not saying we don't owe the rent. All I'm looking for is some leniency in something because of them in December was so terrible. They're burning up our phone, text, voicemails, calling, coming over consistently and asking when we're going to move. And on the 29th, they came in and they said, oh, you're going to be out of here in 2 days. How are you going to be out of here in 2 days? You know, because we hadn't started packing because we knew we didn't have to. So all the emotional distress and everything they put us through. I mean, Trish, so many nights getting so upset.
法官问，那么你知道是对方要求你搬出去，并且开启了这个法庭的要求强制你搬出去的这个程序，然后你自愿的离开了，并且呢，你也认可你没有支付2月份到5月份的租金，那么你是不是也认为你不欠他的房租呢？回答我没有说我不欠他的房租，我请法庭能够给我们宽大处理，因为12月份的时候，他们不停的打电话给我们发信息，电话都打爆了，还过来看我们，然后他们在29号还过来了，说只有2天你就要搬出去了嘛，准备好了嘛？但是那时候我们都还没有开始整理东西，所以这个12月份他们对我们的这个频繁的电话，给我们产生了很大的情绪上的困扰，让我们有很大的压力。
Okay. So, Ms. Han, I know you had indicated you wish to say something else.
韩女士，你刚才表示想要再说补充内容。
But before you do, I'm going to say something.
在你开始说之前呢，我想说几句话。
Right. What I am hearing harkens back to what I said prior to sending folks into mediation, which is that if you go to trial, you do not ask me to try to figure out the best solution to the problem.
那么韩女士，我听到了你要讲的内容。那么呢，在我做之前呢，我想跟你说一下，你可能还记得我们在这个请各位呢进入调解纠纷之前说过一段话：如果你的案子参进行审判的话呢，不要期待我给你的最好的解决方案。
Which specifically refers to issues of what we call equity, which is a lot of what Mr. Barfoot is arguing to me.
我听到了。
Hold on, Ms. Han.
稍等，特别是涉及到有关这个平等的问题，特别是刚才那个被告所提到的。
On a case like this, I am called solely to look at the contract and the statutes. The rest of the things that happen between the parties are not really relevant to a decision that I have to make.
所以在这个案子中呢，我能够唯一依靠的，只要看待的东西呢，仅仅是双方的合同和成文法，那其他的内容呢，都不是我做决定的要素。
In this case, the monthly rent was $1,870.
在这个案子中呢，每月的租金呢是1870块。
Mr. Barfoot and Ms. Swales acknowledge not paying it for 4 months for the variety of reasons that they have given me today.
那么被告呢，两位提出他是在2月份到5月份呢，因为各种原因没有支付这几个月的租金。
But without a formal written notice to Ms. Han of their intent to withhold rent pending the various resolution of the various issues that they had, they do not have the authority to withhold rent.
因为缺乏给韩女士写的这个信来说为什么没有原因不能够交这个费呢？所以呢，他没有这个权利来滞交这些租金。
So in this case, I believe that Ms. Han is in fact entitled to 4 months rent, which has not been disputed by Mr. Barfoot.
那么在此案中呢，我认为韩女士应该得到这4个月的租金啊，这个租金呢，那么在被告呢也没有做出争议。
This court, however, cannot be used to order attorney's fees for an eviction process.
但是呢，这个法庭呢没有权利来批准因为强迫迁移而产生的律师费。
So I will award judgment for Ms. Han in the base amount of the 4 months of rent, which is $7,356.
因此呢，我会做出对方要给韩女士4个月的租金，也就是7356块钱。
Plus the $50 filing fee.
以及向法庭的这个递交案情审理的50块钱。
And Ms. Han, what were your costs of serving the claim on Ms. Swales and Mr. Barfoot?
那么韩女士，你是要送达文件给Wales 先生和 Barfoot 女士，这个送达费用是多少？
Do you know?
我预备还花了一个120块钱和一个60块钱。这个 receipt 我已经给到法庭了。
I provided the receipts of $120 and $60 to the court.
Okay, thank you.
谢谢。
I live in one of the most beautiful places in the world. Seriously, it is amazing. Look it up, Vancouver Island. I live on the southernmost tip of Vancouver Island, which is Victoria. Come visit sometime. It's lovely here. Great restaurants. good weed, hot girls. It doesn't really snow.
All right, I am reviewing the
rainforest.
sheriff's return of service.
Lots of
我正
fun.
在阅读这个送达服务的信息。
I walk every day, but downtown is
All right,
totally
in this case,
walkable.
I will find judgment for Ms. Han in the amount of $7,466.
在此案中呢，我判决对韩女士有利的金额是7466元。
And we'll give each of the parties a copy of the judgment order that I've just signed.
我会给双方当事人分别一份我刚刚所签名的这份法庭命令。
So the island itself, if you guys have ever watched the TV show Alone, where they follow people into the wilderness and they try and make their way, that was filmed on the northern part of the island that I live on. But where I live on the southern tip is very, well, it's at the humble brag, obviously. Like, it's got the best weather. We dip into the US basically, so we're just down south, further south than most parts of Canada, so we have pretty good weather, considering for the winter. So, and they say it's for the newlywed and the nearly dead. And it's expensive as hell.
Folks, you can come on up and pick it up.
Okay.
And Ms. Han, you can come up and pick up a copy of the judgment.
韩女士，你可以向前拿起你的这个。
Yes.
Is that it?
That's it.
是这样的。
Yvonne, you did a wonderful job today keeping up with all of that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor. My pleasure. You have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Oh my
谢谢
gosh.
你，不客气，拜拜。
She won. I can't believe that. Yes, I fight
Thank you
bears
very
daily.
much.
You're welcome, Ms. Han.
Agree.
To get to the island, you either need to fly here, you take a ferry boat, or you can
The Capital City
take a
Landscape
seaplane.
and Country Court Apartments. And if everybody
ask
would
for the
raise your right
interpreter,
hands for me,
bro.
please. Swear the testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Yes.
Thank you. You may be seated. And it's Mr. Grant on behalf of Capital City Landscape, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
And it's Carol Keppel.
Yes.
And sir, your name is?
Zane Keppel.
Thank you.
Fucking
And,
Zane. Look
are
how
you
old he is.
Country
His
Court
parents named him
Apartments?
Zane.
Yes.
okay, you're the owners.
Yes, LLC.
Judge, care to share?
And Mr. Grant, was the contract for landscape services with the Keffels or with Country Court Apartments LLC?
Well, it has both of the names on there. So it's Country Court Apartments is the property that we serviced. But it was originally, the agreement was made with Carol.
Right. I mean, I understand that they're the owners, but I'm trying to figure out who the proper party is, whether it's them personally or the LLC. And it seems to me it's the LLC, unless you have an argument that somehow they are personally liable if I find liability as opposed to the LLC. Do you have an
Right.
argument in that?
No, I would agree it would be with the LLC. And at this point, I was just informed during mediation that they submitted some documents yesterday that I have yet to see.
Right.
And so I would like the opportunity to review those. And if that means that we need to have this continued, I would appreciate that opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, I alluded to that when I sent everybody into mediation. So that's a very reasonable request with the documents having just been submitted yesterday. Hear from the Keffels on that thought. I understand you traveled out here from Florida or someplace. Is that correct?
Well, we have a home in Vancouver, Washington, but our primary residence is Florida, and we normally go there during the winter, but we did continue our presence here because of the case today.
Mhm.
The last time that we were in small claims court happened to be here in Olympia. It's been 30 years ago, and I didn't read all the documents completely. This notice that you needed to file a week before.
Well, back then we did everybody in person. We didn't have remote hearings.
Yeah.
So things have changed since 30 years ago.
Things have changed.
And I was probably the judge back then, but regardless.
The documents we filed yesterday, there's 11 pages. There's 3 pages, I would say, are critical. The rest all kind of tie in with Capital City Landscaping. There's 2 statements, one from our gardener and one from our manager regarding did they do any work or did they show up for work? And the third item that I think is more critical is a copy of a email from Capital City Landscaping, Mr. Tony. So the last 3 documents on the exhibits that I submitted, 3 pages.
Okay, so the implication being there's not much here that needs to be reviewed.
Correct.
You would like to go forward.
I would like to go forward.
Okay. And Mr. Grant, you still wish time to be able to respond to those documents? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, just based on the information they provided, as far as payment goes and what the invoices that those payments applied to, I would like the opportunity to review those.
There is a summary in our exhibits, but I took that right off of Tony's summation of all invoices that were presented. He has a document there that lists every invoice and every payment by our check number. So it was just a summary of that document. So it's really not necessary to have or even review.
Okay.
It was mainly meant as convenience.
All right. Well, if somebody tells me because they've had the late receipt of evidence that the parties want the court to consider, it's fair to allow them whatever time they need to both look at it and then to figure out how they're going to respond to it, and if necessary, get additional evidence as potential rebuttal to that. So I think the request from Mr. Grant is reasonable. I understand, you live in Vancouver and you live in Florida, but you've seen today that people can appear remote, and same thing, you can appear from Florida. You don't have to come back for this. So I think the inconvenience is substantially less given that opportunity. I don't know if you all were in the breakout room when we were resetting some of the earlier cases. We have the first date we have available is the day after Christmas, 22nd of December. Next date we have available is the 2nd of January, the day after New Year's. And the third date we have available is the 9th of January, not surrounded by any holiday. So let me hear from Mr. Grant first as the plaintiff. Do you have a preference on dates, Mr. Grant?
I'm fine with the January 2nd.
Okay, and folks here, the Keffels, is January 2nd work?
Is that right? Or
The
9th? 9th would be more convenient.
Are you okay on the 9th?
The 9th is fine as well.
Okay, then The matter is reset to the 9th. Since you all are here, we don't need any further service of that. You both have notice. And folks, you'll want to, before you depart, get the Zoom link information. So when you'll have the information to log in by phone, assuming you don't choose to fly back out here from Florida. So make sure before you depart today, you have that information.
All right.
Mr. Grant, do you have any questions?
Not at this time. Thank you.
Okay, and if anybody's going to submit any further evidence in this case, make sure you do so by the 2nd of January. So at least 1 week's time for the other party to observe any new evidence. So we don't want to run into this situation down the road.
Okay.
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 All right.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
folks.
Thank you.
Do you think they should have gone forward now?
And actually, Mr. Grant is gone. Just so you folks know, don't be surprised when you show up next time, we'll have you go through the mediation approach again. And so, if you want to informally reach out to Mr. Grant, if you have some way of resolving it, you can do that and just let us know that the matter's not going to be heard. But if you're still intending to go to trial, we'll still have you go through mediation one more time.
Okay.
All right.
He's always been pretty hard-headed when we talk with him, but maybe we are too.
All right. Have a good day.
Thank you. You all too.
Thanks. And Pierce and York, what's going on with that?
They are still mediating, so they've been there for a while now. So I have their progress.
Okay.
Hi, Billy.
Who's doing the mediation for them?
Sue.
Send a note to Sue.
Miss Donna comes around,
They're going
absolutely.
to go to
I
trial.
love Miss
We have
Donna.
to start that by 11:15.
I can let her know for sure.
Okay. This one with the counterclaim, they should resolve that matter. It shouldn't be something that goes to trial.
Oh shit. Oh well. We have one more different court I don't think that we've watched. And then we're gonna say goodnight. Judge, stop judging me for what I wore to court. Okay? I wanted to look pretty. Please leave me alone. She's looking down her nose at me. Look at her. Rude. Seriously though, Judge.
Devin Harris.
Oh, see, if I skip fucking 30 seconds every time.
What is your name?
Brent Rutherford.
Brent Rutherford. And what is anybody here for?
Summer, Frankfurt.
Okay. Summer Walter?
Yes.
Okay, so you can stay right there. So in the matter of Summer Walter versus Devin Harris, file number 2016-42891 DB. It's been adjourned to November 24th, so you must have been making payments, so.
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah, I
good.
checked the website, it didn't show on the website this morning, I was like, wait, I got the receipt, I know I paid it.
So sometimes you can call your worker or the clerk's office on Friday afternoon and find out if it's been adjourned, okay?
Okay, and Devin was wondering why the website says that he's been found non-compliant.
I don't know because I don't manage the website. So I don't ever look at that. I have no idea. Maybe go down to friend of court and ask them.
Okay, I know I have to ask me, but I don't know.
So, yeah, go down to friend of the court and ask if he wants to know. I don't know, because I don't look at that. Thank you, though.
I don't know.
Bye. You want to come on up? Go stand at that podium. Yep, I'll move that mic up for you.
Move that mic.
All right, this
Look at those
is
melons
in the
on
matter
your
of Brent
right.
Michael
I have
Rutherford
2
versus Lindsay
melons.
Nicole Rutherford.
Sorry,
File number
2 containers of melons.
2015-41917
off.
DM. So Mr. Rutherford, you're the payee, you're supposed to receive child support.
Correct.
Do you receive any money directly from her?
No.
All right, so Lindsay Rutherford was given notice to appear. She's ordered to pay $338 a month in child support. Her arrearage as of today's date is $6,893.54. The last payment we received was $27.87 back on October 2nd of 24. Is she still living on Hunt Street? Do you know?
I don't believe so. I think she's.
On Hunt Street or what did she say? What did she say? Oh my gosh. I already ate a whole container, Courtney. Because I'm ravenous.
So with her boyfriend in Sterling Estates.
Okay, so she has.
I don't know a lot.
Okay, she's seen the kids at all?
No.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to issue a bench warrant for failure to appear. Now set bond in the amount of $3,500 cash. All
Okay.
right. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
In the matter of Christina Williams versus Andrew McConaughey. Sir, what's your name?
My name's Brian Evans. I just come up from the garage.
Okay. Mr. McConaughey, file number 23-50464 DC. Mr. McConaughey was ordered to appear. He is ordered to pay $736 a month in child support. As of today's date, he has a balance of $6,162 owed. The last payment we received was $362.99 back on April 25 of 2025. He has failed to appear today. I'm going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest, and I will set bond in the amount of $3,000 cash. And then, sir, if you want to come up to that podium.
You made fun of me for ordering a salad, Mikey. I was just... Oh my god. I was just about to show you the chips I got for myself. But I did buy an individual bag size, like a small size. But I don't eat like a bird, unless birds eat a lot of cheese.
All right. This. Thank you. All right, this is in the matter of Felicia, I think, Connor.
Felicia O'Connor.
Yeah. O'Connor.
Yeah, my daughter.
Okay. Versus Ronald Lee Edwards Jr., file number 24-52323UN. Mr. Edwards, this is a transfer case collecting payments for the state of Ohio. States here you're ordered to pay $61.20 a month. Let's see, as of today's date, your arrearage has gone up like $200 since the last time we were here.
Yes, ma'am.
So your arrearage is $7,513.89. We have had one payment of $25 since March of 25. So, sir, I mean, you could pick up pop bottles for $61.20 a month, and I've had people do that.
I was giving blood, but then it got so I was really weak, so I stopped
Okay.
giving blood. But what happened, I got in trouble.
Well, hold
while
on.
I went to prison, and Ohio didn't honor Michigan stuff, and my child support was just racking up on me. And I was working at Haynes, and then I hurt my rotator cuff. I've been out of work for like 9 months. I'm just now able to start going back to work.
Where do you work at?
I was working at Haynes, but I'm able to get back to work now. I was gonna try to work at Highland there in Hudson, because I operate forklifts. I did that for years.
Okay,
But
so here's what I'm
I'll
gonna
pay
do.
on the
Mr.
20th.
Edwards, hold on.
I just
I'm gonna
paid.
adjourn this to November 24 in person, all right? You have to get a job. I don't care what you do to raise money as long as it's legal. I've had people rake lawns and mow lawns and shovel snow and collect pop bottles or whatever else. I mean, you have a de minimis amount, but we have to start paying down the arrearage. So I'm gonna order that we withdraw $100 a month. That'd be $25 a week. You understand? But you gotta find something to do in the interim. So do chores for neighbors, do something. When we come back on November 24, though, I want to see that you're employed. What did you make a payment of?
$62.
Okay, all right, so,
Something else I was going to ask, inquire about, instead of the 16th of every month being the payment due, could you make it the 25th?
I don't know when the payment's due, but
The 16th of every month, and I just missed by a couple days trying to pay it, and then so I just waited till.
is there a due date? I always thought it was the first of the month, Mr. Anderson. Hold on.
Yeah, typically it's due by the end of the month, so there
Yeah, it's
shouldn't
the
be
end of
any.
the month it's due.
Yeah.
It was the 16th on mine, that's why when I missed the 16th payment for such.
Okay, but you still gotta make a payment, so it's
Right.
typically due by the end of the month, as long as I get a payment.
Yes, ma'am, I
Okay.
totally understand.
But you
I
need to
will-
start paying $25 a week because you have an arrearage now, so you gotta pay that down. Okay, so I'll see you back here on November 24 at 8 AM, all right?
November 24th.
Yep, and I want you to make $100 payment in October or another $40. And then I want to show a payment for November before you come on the 24th and that you got a job, all right? All right, thank you.
I'll do my best on the job part, my car's been messing up and.
Well, you can find a job bagging or something, you can walk to work. So, all right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, have a good day.
You too. All right, we are good until 9:30.
Yeah, we are. We're pretty much good until like, ooh, magically delicious. I'm still hungry. Watermelon is nature's candy. And boy, do I love having juicy melons, but I do need some real food. So, thank you for being here today. Like I said, this is my Friday, which means we'll be back at it again tomorrow. Maybe even twice, like a members only Monday. That would be fun. I have immensely enjoyed having you here tonight. Always makes my evening, so thank you. And do me a favor. Oh, John is live. Can I raid him? Let me see if I can. Oh. Oh my goodness. Why do they move everything around? Why? There it is. I think that, yeah, there it is. Okay. Also, I got a poor rating here. I don't know what YouTube Daddy's thinking of, but anyways, give me 1 second and I'll fix it to raid him. Let's see. If I can, we'll see. That is his link. Hold on. Hold on. We're going too fast.
The girl.
Pause. John just watch like court? Or not court, like police videos mostly? It won't John Lundy. I thought John said he would never ever get monetized, and then today he said he's very close to being monetized. Oh my god, he did set it up. Perfect. There, I saved it. It will redirect. There we go. Poor Paisley, that's right. No, I am super rich. With all of my friends, all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, do me a favor. Remember that I love you. And I'm proud of you. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye. Bye.